tell Baz what Al said. The camera must have been on because Al said Baz walked through that door like she was hungry. She was stepping. I think you saw that. He said, Baz, Commissioner Baz, Baz. Al said you. So we were being reported that we didn't know it. Al saw you walking through the door how you was stepping. He said. They just walked through that door and she was stepping like she was owning the building. You saw that? He said, yeah. I said, oh my God. I said, oh, okay. Right, but we didn't even know that we was not. It's dead. Mine dead. I turned mine off.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our commission meeting on tonight, May 14th, 2025. The time is now 7 p.m. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Bass,
Here.
Commissioner Urban,
Here.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Present.
Commissioner Santiago.
Here.
Here. And before we stand for our invocation, I just want to say that today is a good day and a significant day for the city of Opa-locka. And I'll tell you why the reason why we're in this chamber. Today, Opa-locka turned 99 years old. So we thought it not robbery to bring this meeting back into our original chamber because it's not often that our birthday falls on a commission meeting night. So we ask that you, one, be patient with us. We're going to try to move as swift as possible because as soon as we finish the meeting, we have the start of our birthday celebration. Our birthday party would be in the room next door in our reception hall next door. So we're going to open up with the invocation by Vice Mayor Rose Titus.
Father God, we come to you tonight with thanksgiving in our hearts because you have called us to be thankful. You said to be thankful in all things, for this is your will for man, to be thankful. We're so thankful that you are in our midst because you said in your word, where two or more were gathered in your name, you would be in the midst. So we thank you for your presence here. We thank you that we're celebrating 99 years, 99 years, and we're celebrating all of the progress that you've done throughout the years. Lord, we pray that our Thanksgiving is not just words, the word Thanksgiving, but may the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts and the way we conduct your business tonight as your ambassadors in the earth, may we please you as our Thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. And then we're going to have our Pledge of Allegiance led by our Deputy Chief Starks. Oh, I'm sorry, our interim Chief, Dr. Stark.
If you can please put your hands on the right side of your chest. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief Starks and Vice Mayor Titus. All right, so we're moving along into our awards, proclamations, and acknowledgement. Highlight. Okay, we wanted to highlight our basketball team, the Opa-locka Hurricanes. As we all know, they are champions. They brought the championship home to the city of Opa-locka. So we want to shout out our coaches for 8U, which is Coach Trent Roll. We have for our 10U, Coach Marcus Fraser, and for our 12U, Coach Curtis Jenkins. And we also have our Parks Director, Miss Zanya Ray. So from the commission in the city of Opa-locka to all our coaches, Ms. Anya Ray, we want to thank you all for everything that you've done, keeping our children and making sure that they bring this championship home and delivering it to us on our birthday. Commissioner Santiago told them they better bring one home again next year.
Oh, yes.
All right, we're still under the awards proclamations. Oh wait, that's Jalen. That's the Opa-locka mascot. That is the official Opa-locka mascot. So shout out to Jalen. All right, also on the awards proclamations and acknowledgements, we want to acknowledge, before I turn it over into the hands of Commissioner Santiago for his presentation, we want to acknowledge former Commissioner, Mayor, Vice Mayor Veronica Williams, who is here celebrating with us. We want to acknowledge former Commissioner, Vice Mayor Rose Titus, who is celebrating with us. These are people who have served in this city during this 99 years. We also want to acknowledge former Commissioner Audrey Dominguez, who is celebrating with us. So we want to thank you all for your service to the city of Opa-locka and the tenure that you put in this city. So we're gonna turn it over to the hands of Commissioner Luis B. Santiago for your special presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Did I stand? Oh, okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. It's beautiful to be here to start celebrating the 99 years of the foundation of the great city of Opa-locka. I want to see the Opa-locka people tonight be celebrating together. We're not ain't happy because this is the beginning. What my mayor say outside, that's the beginning of the new era in Opa-locka.
Right.
We're going to see very soon, by the next year, a lot of construction, crams all over the sky. And we're going to make that city look like a real city that we are. That's what we're here for today. And tonight, esta noche, para hacer, okay, you see, when I said it in English, you said it in Spanish. When I said it in Spanish, you said it in English. That's it. Yeah, okay. Tenemos un gran público hispano
We have a great Hispanic community
que han estado aquí por mucho tiempo en nuestra ciudad de Opa-locka.
that has been living here for quite long here in our city of Opa-locka.
And that's the beautiful people from Paraguay.
Personas preciosas de Paraguay.
Y esta noche tenemos la presencia de su presidente, don Juan Correa, presidente del Centro Paraguayo Miami-Dade. He's the president of the Paraguayan community in Miami-Dade County. Mr. Juan Correa. Venga por aquí, don Juan. Today, he's together with his wife, Mrs. Gladys Correa, and my beautiful wife, Mercedes Santiago. and a big group from the Paraguay. They come today because they really want to say how big they love this city. This is the city for the first time that they giving them a place to live where they come from Paraguay, many of them today. And they really, 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 really appreciate what the city, this beautiful city, did for them. We even have surprised the people that they don't know that we have a sister city in Paraguay with the name Isla Pucú. And we are the first city in the whole state of Florida to make that kind of relation with another country outside of the United States. But another one had to talk here. Who we're gonna talk here tonight is Mr. Juan Correa.
Distinguidas autoridades de la querida ciudad de Opa-locka.
Good evening, commissioners and mayor of Opa-locka.
Nosotros los paraguayos comenzamos con querer ser gratos. Entonces, por eso, justificando esa gratitud, ese espíritu de amistad, ese pueblo noble de Paraguay, que todos los paraguayos somos afables. Por eso estamos aquí, para rendirle un homenaje a la querida ciudad de Opa-locka, donde yo también he vivido por muchos tiempos.
No. You did great, thank you. I'm very grateful about being here humbly in the city of Opa-locka, and I feel honored from Paraguay to be here and honor our great mayor from our, ¿cómo fue? From our, ¿de dónde? Disculpa. Me perdí un poco.
Bueno, ya te perdiste, así es que vamos a continuar. Sí, no hay problema. Bueno, entonces, nosotros como paraguayos y como componente del centro paraguayo, queremos
And as components of the Center of Paraguayans,
rendirle un homenaje a las autoridades municipales de la ciudad de Opa-locka,
we would love to give an honorable recognition to a special person in the city of Opa-locka
y a toda la comunidad. Para tal motivo, queremos, o sea, le traemos una proclamación
The reason why I'm here is to bring up a proclamation
que voy a dar lectura aquí con la señorita traductora. Proclamación de reconocimiento y gratitud a la ciudad de Opa-locka, Florida, con motivo del 99 aniversario de la creación de su municipio, 1926-2025.
proclamation of recognition and gratitude to the city of Opa-locka, Florida, on the occasion of the 99th anniversary of the municipality's establishment in 1926 through 2025.
Visto que el municipio de la ciudad de Opa-locka, Florida, fundado en 1926, conmemora en 2025 su 99º aniversario de vida institucional.
Whereas the municipality of the city of Opa-locka, Florida, founded in 1926, is commemorating in 2025 its 99th anniversary and institutional life, and whereas
Y considerando, uno, que el 14 de mayo del 2011, en señal de aprecio y amistad, la entonces alcaldesa Mayra L. Taylor fue nombrada madrina de honor del gran acto de celebración del bicentenario de la independencia de la República del Paraguay, realizado en la Florida Memorial University, Miami Gardens, Florida, con la presencia de varias autoridades relevantes del gobierno paraguayo.
On May 14, 2011, as a gesture of friendship and esteem, then Mayor Myra L. Taylor was designated patroness of the grand celebration of the bicentennial of the independence of the Republic of Paraguay held at Florida Memorial University, Miami Gardens, Florida.
Que durante su mandato, con la gestión conjunta del Centro Paraguayo de Miami-Dade, del comisionado Luis B. Santiago, entre otros comisionados, y de la propia alcaldesa, se concretó el hermanamiento entre las ciudades de Opa-locka, Florida, e Isla Pucú, departamento de Cordillera, Paraguay. Vínculo de Sister Cities vigente hasta la fecha.
During her tenure, through the joint efforts of the Paraguayan Center of Miami-Dade Commissioner Luis B. Santiago and Mayor Taylor herself, the sister city relationship between Opa-locka, Florida and Isla Pucú, Department of Cordillera, Paraguay, was formalized and remains in force to this day.
Que la actual administración, encabezada por el alcalde John H. Taylor Jr., mantiene vivo ese espíritu de inclusión y cooperación que honra a toda la comunidad.
The current administration, led by Mayor John H. Taylor Jr., continues to foster the spirit of inclusion and cooperation that ennobles the entire community.
Que reconocer públicamente estos lazos impulsa la integración multicultural y fortalece los puentes de cooperación entre la República del Paraguay y el sur del estado de la Florida.
Publicly, recognizing these bonds promotes multicultural integration and strengthens the bridges of cooperation between the Republic of Paraguay and the state of Florida.
Por tanto, el Centro Paraguayo de Miami-Dade, en nombre de los paraguayos residentes en el sur de la Florida, 1. Proclama su más sincero reconocimiento y gratitud al municipio de la ciudad de Opa-locka por sus 99 años de historia y por el constante apoyo brindado a nuestra comunidad.
Now, thereof, the Paraguayan Center of Miami-Dade, on behalf of Paraguayans residing in South Florida, hereby proclaims its deepest recognition and gratitude to the municipality of the city of Opa-locka for its 99 years of history and the steadfast support extended to our people.
Destaca la labor de sus autoridades municipales. Ayer, bajo el liderazgo de la alcaldesa Mayra L. Taylor, hoy bajo el del alcalde John H. Taylor Jr. y de los señores comisionados, quienes han estrechado los vínculos culturales y sociales con el Paraguay.
Highlights the efforts of the city authorities formerly under the leadership of Mayor Myra L. Taylor, and today under Mayor John H. Taylor Jr., together with Commissioner Luis B. Santiago, who have strengthened cultural and social ties with Paraguay.
Exalta la vigencia del hermanamiento Opa-locka Isla Pucú como ejemplo de cooperación internacional al servicio de ambas comunidades. Expresa la firme voluntad de continuar impulsando proyectos de intercambio cultural, educativo y solidario que afiancen esta hermandad.
Exalts the enduring validity of the Opa-locka Isla Pucú Sister City Agreement as exemplary model of international cooperation serving both communities, expresses its firm commitment to continue promoting cultural, educational, and humanitarian exchange initiatives that deepen with cherished bond.
Dada en esta ciudad de Opa-locka, condado Miami-Dade, Florida, a los 14 días del mes de mayo del año 2025 y entregada en acto solemne conmemorativo del 99 aniversario del municipio de Opa-locka. Firman esta proclama Elda M. Ortega, secretaria, Juan B. Correa, presidente del Centro Paraguayo en Miami-Dade. Ahora permítame hacerle entrega.
Issued in the city of Miami-Dade, Florida on the 14th day of May, 2025, and presented during the solemn ceremony commemorating the 99th anniversary of the municipality of Opa-locka, Paraguayan Center of Miami-Dade, President Juan B. Correa Ayala.
Okay. Señor alcalde, permítame hacerle entrega de esta proclamación. La misma cosa les digo a los señores comisionados con mucho respeto, deseándoles éxito en sus funciones, que realmente hoy 14 de mayo, coincidentemente con mi país también, que festejamos la independencia de nuestro país. Entonces, vamos a hacer entrega aquí al señor alcalde.
I will turn this to you, commissioners and mayor of Opa-locka, today on May 14th, which is coincidentally a Paraguayan Independence Day as well. I will go ahead and give you the proclamation, and with a lot of honor and respect, I will serve this to you.
So we want to say thank you to the Paraguay community of the city of Opa-locka. Thank you for this great honor. Me and Commissioner Santiago had the privilege of attending your Independence Day celebration last week. When you all celebrated 214 years. 214 years. Right. And we were able to present your Consulate General with a proclamation from the city of Opa-locka. So we thank you. We thank you for doing the same here, helping us celebrate. And hopefully we will strengthen the bond of the Sister City program between us and Paraguay. I didn't even know it existed until the clerk told me. And she said the city of Opa-locka has made significant donations, I believe in-kind donations, to the city of Paraguay. And we appreciate you all. Isla Puku. So thank you again. All right, so we're moving on to the approval of the consent agendas. Any pulls, deferrals, or deletions at this time? Commissioner Bass?
I would like to pull number 5 from the consent agenda.
Okay, any other pulls, deletions, or deferrals at this time?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Santiago?
celebration here. That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Number 5.
I see.
All right. Any other proposed deletions or deferrals at this time?
Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
yes, I'd like to pull number, 3.
All right. All right, so just for clarity's sake, I have items 3 pulled by Vice Mayor Kelly and item 5 pulled by Commissioner Dr. Bass. All right, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor, second by Dr. Bass. Madam Clerk, roll call on the consent agenda.
Commissioner Urban,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes,
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
All right, can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda? Moved by Dr. Bass,
Second.
second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
yes,
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Commissioner Urban.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, we're going into the approval of the minutes. So the first one will be the Sunshine Meeting minutes from April 17th, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago.
yes,
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Commissioner Urban.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, the regular commission meeting minutes, April 23rd, 2025.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Commissioner Urban.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
5-0.
All right, moving on to the Sunshine Meeting minutes, April 28th, 2025. Moved by Dr. Bass, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
yes,
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to the last one, Sunshine Meeting minutes from May 5th, 2025.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
yes,
Commissioner Bass. Yes. Commissioner Urban.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
All right, we're moving on to number 9. Do we have any District 1, District 2, or state reports at this time?
No, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Public presentations, none at this time. So we're going into citizens forum. Madam Clerk, can you please state for the record how to participate in citizens forum?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. City of Opa-locka commission meetings are held in person at the Opa-locka Government Center, City Commission Chambers, 780 Fisherman Street, 3rd floor, Opa-locka, Florida. That is with the exception of tonight's meeting, which is being held here at Historic City Hall. Members of the public wishing to address the commission may do so in person or virtually. Those persons wishing to participate virtually should register prior to the scheduled meeting time on the city's website at www.opalockafl.gov. When speaking before the commission, please make sure to give your full name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit for public comments. Please adhere to the decorum policy, which is a part of the commission meeting agenda. City commission meetings are aired through live stream at www.youtube.com/user/City of Opa-locka. And Mr. Mayor, at this time, we do not have any virtual public comments.
All right, so those of you that are in the chamber, citizens forum is open.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adrian Acosta. I'm an attorney, and I am here on behalf of JMP Ventures on a property that's located at 3120 Northwest 134th Street in Opa-locka. I am trying, I'm respectfully writing here on behalf of JMP Green Ventures, who's the owner of the property, to request your discretionary review and approval of further reduction in a lien settlement offer extended under the city's code enforcement lien amnesty program. While my client is deeply appreciative of the city's efforts to assist property owners through this program.
One second, sir. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
While my client is deeply appreciative of the city's efforts to assist property owners through this program, the current reduced balance of $126,798.60, though generous, remains financially unmanageable given my client's current documented economic hardship. At the time the amnesty application was submitted, The property was 2 years delinquent on real estate taxes, and in an effort to prevent the parcel from being lost through a tax deed sale, my client paid over $13,800 in back taxes in a credit card. This decision, though necessary, imposed an immediate and continuing financial burden on both the individual and the entity. Despite these efforts, my client has worked in good faith to bring this property in full compliance with the city's code and is now in full compliance as of today. I've sent you a supplemental declaration of hardship by Juan Morales, who's the owner of JMP Ventures, who's here today. Along with the verified payment confirmations for the 2023 and 2024 delinquent tax obligations. These documents demonstrate his responsibilities to the city and the community. After exhausting all personal business resources, my client has secured $20,000 through a private loan. This amount represents the absolute maximum that he is able to contribute and is available for immediate payment by cashier's check if the city's commission is willing to accept it as full and final resolution of the outstanding enforcement liens on and fines on this property. When we're discussing the legal authority, the city commission has the legal authority to approve such a request under both Florida law and the city's own court and ordinances. Section 162.09 of the Florida statute expressly authorizes the modification or discharge of municipal code enforcement liens by petition. Further, under the home rule powers granted by municipalities under Article 8, Section 2B of the Florida Constitution, and Section 166.021 of Florida statute, the commission retains broad discretion to adopt measures in the best interest of the city and its residents. The City of Opa-locka ordinances, specifically sections 2-450 through 2-455, further vests the commission with the power to settle and release liens arising from code violations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we believe that this request is
We gotta
consistent.
move on to the next person.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's
So
okay.
long story short, we're just seeking a reduction. I can provide any documentation. I have an email chain and follow up with you, and I appreciate your time.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Citizens Forum is still open. Mr. Cooper, give me 1 second. Madam Manager, can IT address the mic situation really quick? The feedback? Is there anything that they can do to turn the speakers? I think that the feedback is coming from, sounds like this one over here.
I don't know, back his thing up too. Thank you.
We can try that too. Okay, Mr. Cooper,
Mark Cooper.
please speak into the mic. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mark Cooper, 6801 Southwest 75 Terrace, Miami, Florida, 33143. Happy birthday, Opa-locka. Happy Mother's Day. I'm not trying to embarrass anyone. I just need to bring something to your attention.
Okay.
So I bought a property in the city of Miami Springs, and picture number 1, my tenant got a code enforcement citation. I went to the hearing. The city attorney handled the hearing. Picture number 2 is the city attorney. We lost the hearing. We got a copy of the magistrate's judgment, and we're dealing with it. So I've complained in the past about the city attorney here not being at the hearings. It makes a mess of the hearings. The hearings handled by Ms. Wilcox. She doesn't do a good job. It doesn't protect the property owners. I don't know how else to say it. The way I'm going to say it this time is, these are the ramifications. I'll give you an example. So number 12 of the picture is an order that was issued September 27, 2022. The party in question didn't receive the notice of hearing, didn't attend. A running fine was issued by the judge. The city of Opa-locka did not provide a copy of the running fine to the property owner. I asked for public records request. The city does not have proof that it mailed it or posted it on the property. The copy of the judgment. So now you have a property owner that has a running lien of $200 a day for about 2 years. And the city thinks it's sitting on valid liens and it's not. So I spoke with someone inside code enforcement and told me that it was the city's practice not to provide a copy of the judgments when the party wasn't at the hearing. This is partly why you need the city attorney present to protect property owners, just like protecting the city that the process is valid and not a waste of everyone's time. So I brought it to Mr. Ellis's attention at a meeting we had with Commissioner Santiago about 15 days ago. He said, I'm gonna work on it. 15 days ago, I saw him, meet me Monday. Give me a day, I'll call you tomorrow, no answer. So I'm not trying to embarrass anyone, but a loan is being held up because of this situation where the city has liens on properties that aren't properly perfected against the property owner. Please deal with this. This situation may become a water company situation where you have thousands of liens adding up and you think you're doing right, but you know, during the heyday of Opa-locka's corruption, I was here. Michael Peasy is basically the one that kept the city government right. We don't need Michael Peasy on the outside to tell us how to self-govern. Please handle this. Thank you.
Thank you. Citizens Forum is still open.
I want to apologize to the team for not being here for the photo shoot. See, Jalen had to bring his team in, had to get Wade and Bosch in. Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Brian Dennis, address 2140 York Street. My issue is item 5, not that I don't support it because I do. It's the dollar amount. And one of the things that we was looking at as the Community Relations Board when we were talking about bringing it back, it wasn't for us to get the credit. It was for you all to look better, to look good, because you all are the one who uphold the city. It's not a complaint. I just would like for the dollar amount to be increased. I know we probably have to go in the front of the state budget for it, but the opportunity to bring it back, and I'm glad the mayor put it on the agenda, is for the hard work that you all have done that would then reward the city that stood on the hill and on the shoulders of the late Helen Miller and Ollie B. Kelly's and Mary Allen's and the Timothy Holmes and the Robert England and the George Lemkins. That is the history of the city, that when we had the Arabian Nights Parade, that it was something that the commission brought to the city. And so I just want you all to not just reward yourself for your hard work and what you have done for the citizens of this city, but because of what you do and the way that you do it. So, Mr. Mayor, I'm going to ask you to increase, if you could, the dollar amount for the city so that it could be what it could be what it really was back in the day. I don't know how that would work, but I think that you all will not just owe it to yourself, but the citizens of what you're doing and bringing something back so they could really enjoy themselves with that event. So I thank you for bringing this item.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Citizens Forum is still open. Citizens Forum is closed. All right, so real quick, Mr. Adrian, my advice is that you need to speak to the city manager as it relates to the amnesty program and come with her, and if she deems that it's something that the city can do, then she'll bring it. That's the appropriate way. She'll bring it to the commission for us to vote it up or vote it down, but there's nothing we can do or make a decision on tonight. That's something you would have to speak to her about. And Mr. Cooper, the same thing. Please speak with the city manager and then we can find a resolve. Oh, I see him right now. I was looking for him. Mr. Cooper speaks to the city manager and bring up your issues there, and then she'll bring it to the commission at the appropriate time. And Mr. Dennis, is something we'll discuss at the appointed time because it was pulled. So now we're moving on to our action items. The first item that was pulled under consent was item 13.3. Madam Attorney.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving the proposed 3% member wage increase pursuant to the reopening negotiations with the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees Council 79, Local 206, asking, approving and authorizing the agreement between the parties on city job reclassifications, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for effective dates.
All right, can I get a motion? Moved by Dr. Bass, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Manager.
The city, and as we enter into a collective bargaining agreement
which allocated for a reopener of negotiations in fiscal year 25 for the revision of job classifications and wage increase. At the beginning of the ASME negotiations, ASME did come in at 6% retroactive. However, after going back and forth several meetings, both parties agreed on a 3% increase with a non-retroactive clause. I also have Ms. Mary Adams here to answer any additional questions you may have.
All right, I'm gonna yield to Vice Mayor Kelly because he pulled the item. Vice Mayor Kelly?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and let me say from the beginning, I am not against anyone getting a pay raise, pay increase. So let me put that on the table first. But as I said in my briefing, I'm really concerned about the way this process was done. But a simple fact, we're in the middle of putting together a pay scale updated plan. And this agreement has been in effect since 2022 and really expires July 30th, which is 2 months from now. And so to go in now to do a pay increase, and again, this is just for ASME employees, not the other 60 or 70 employees who are not affected. I think it puts us in a very precarious position because in my opinion, we should have waited until the pay scale was complete to make any adjustments that needed to be made, because I think we're going to wind up making at least probably 2 more adjustments as a result, because with the increase, again, it's not retro, it's current, but it's going to potentially raise some salaries or pay scales higher. And then we're coming back in a month or so with a pay scale plan that we've already been looking at. The other challenge I had, which I did find out from the manager, let me put on the record, why so late? Because here we are at the end, but she informed me that ASME had reached out really since last year, trying to get a reopener and was not successful from the previous administration, because it really makes no sense to me to come in 2 months before an agreement expires. So what I'm really concerned about as we go forward in this with this pay increase, if it passes, because of course nobody wants not to have employees to get a wage increase, that we also look at something for the employees who are not in the union. And some of them are not there, not because they don't want to join, but because of their classification, reclassification, and the restructuring in the last couple of years of how administratively things have been done. So I want to put that on the record, because I want to make sure going forward, and I know the manager's planning to bring back a updated pay plan for the city, but keeping that in mind as well for those employees overall and the ones that are going to get, because in reality, it could be getting, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Mayor and the manager can correct me, HR, you could have potentially folks getting almost a double increase, which if it's, part of the process, part of the process. But I hope after we get through this, that going forward, there is something very clear, so we don't have this 2 months out of an agreement ending to do an increase, knowing we've got a pay plan that we've been working on for a while. That's a challenge. So I wanted to do that and share that with my colleagues as I expressed some of in the briefing, because we're going to be looking at this at least probably 2 more times and some kinds of adjustments going forward. But for those employees that, 3% wage increase regarding reopener, I'm quite sure they can use it, and we're not against that. I will say that the amount that is requiring was not even budgeted. So that's going to have to come out of general fund to bring it up to whole speed. And asking the manager where it would come from, obviously, and again, let me not speak for the manager, Mr. Mayor, to the manager, where would that come from?
From the general fund,
The general fund?
yes,
Because it wasn't budget.
correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, any other questions to the manager on this particular item? Okay.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to support what Vice Mayor said. I think we're all in agreement with raises, because God knows we need it. However, I think that we should kind of wait until we are at the point where the updated pay plan is looked at.
Okay, any other? All right, Madam Manager, and that was one of the questions that I wanted to ask you. When would this go into effect, and can it wait for the pay plan? I know, well, when is the pay plan coming to be completed?
The pay plan will be presented at the first meeting in June. This, if passed, goes into effect upon passage.
Upon passage?
Yes.
And then, so the pay plan plus would the 3% be on the new pay plan or based on this? The 3% increase will be based on the new pay plan or based on this?
So.
Current pay plan, I'm sorry.
So the pay plan, some people within the pay plan will have to be, increased because they may be below their starting salary.
Okay,
But some people may not be
okay,
because they will fall within the range.
within the range.
Yeah,
And,
let me finish.
no, I was also gonna say, well, you already know, I told you about this, that we also need to look at the employees that are not in essence. So I totally agree with Vice Mayor. We had that conversation. So I just want to make sure that we are looking at them as well. Go ahead, Vice Mayor, I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the only reason I'm gonna support it because the manager indicated that she can take it out of general fund to bring it up, so that's why I'm gonna support it, but I wanted to bring it to our attention because we need to have the conversation, as Commissioner Bass and yourself is saying, because we've got a tier, we need to get to where we are in a stable point. So going forward, all of the evaluations and merits that will come based on that, so we don't have to wait on necessarily a wage increase. Employees will be able to look at that incentive going yearly because they're getting evaluated and they can get increases based on that. That's really what I want to make sure to the administration that we look forward to doing. But I am going to support it tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, any other concerns on this item? She said, you said, Commissioner Bass, go ahead, I'm sorry. I don't want to answer.
To the manager, you said general funds?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. We can go ahead and call the question.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass. Commissioner Urban,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes,
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to the second, the next consent item, 13.5.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing Hip Rockstar LLC to produce and curate the Arabian Nights Festival for an amount not to exceed the budget allocation of $150,000, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for effective dates.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
Second for discussion.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Oh, no, I gotta present it. All right, so this item that you see tonight, the commission voted, I believe the year before, to have the Arabian Nights Festival for $150,000, and it rolled over into this current budget year. So the reason why this is here tonight is because we are contracted with Hip Rockstar LLC. But if we pay them for advertisement services, it would exceed the contracted amount. So it's not the 150, it's the, whatever we pay them for the advertisement, for the TV, radio, and anything like that. It exceeds the contracted amount. So when we went to the state said, hey, you need to bring this up at a commission meeting. You all need to vote because it exceeds their contracted amount. That's why it's here today. And I'll yield to Commissioner Bass, if you have it, because you pulled it.
Thank you. I would like to make a friendly amendment to include language, scope of services. Because it's kind of just vast, $150,000 for what?
The $150,000, based on what we agreed on, will take care of the event from its entirety. Entertainment, advertisement, and everything that goes into the planning of the event. So that's from A to Z, which is what the commission voted on previously.
Mr. Mayor,
Um,
if I may,
Commissioner Irvin.
I actually think that this should go out why isn't it going out as an RFP?
Well, I would say this, I know if we put it out, well, we already have a contract with Hip Rockstar to do our entertainment and our PR. But if we put this out for RFP, it's going to exceed this $150,000.
I honestly think even with this company, it's still gonna exceed $150,000.
No, because we're gonna $150,000, which is what's before us. Which is what is before us. And I will say this, that we've sought out donations from other entities to help to increase the 150. One second, because you still have the floor.
You can go ahead.
Okay, Commissioner Santiago.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. What I heard from the public and from my colleagues. And that's what I see, that $150,000 for that kind of event that we want to do in the city, that is a scene of, is one of the biggest events that we're gonna have in history. And I know for sure it's gonna set it to $150,000. Okay, and I can, when do a make me for this item, and I'm not gonna keep it with me. I'm gonna let it know to the public. And one of the things is I want to support it, but if it's gonna be that event that a lot of people waiting for it for long years, the Arabian Night, I suggested to celebrating that day together with the 100 years of birthday of the city of Opa-locka. Like coordinated that day to doing it together with our anniversary, that it have to be something that call the attention for everybody in Miami-Dade County. And for avoid any situation in the future, I know that you say that we can see some kind of donation for any other entities, private. But I want to be sure that we do something good together, that everybody be aboard in that event, because that's an event for the city, for everybody. And in that amendment that I like to do, and for sure with the collaboration of my colleagues, I think that $150,000, if we do something today, we can avoid problems in the future next year. And I want to be sure, like the company that is going to doing it, they're doing that right. Or if we have to go out for a new bid, that we have the resources, okay, to meaning that compromise that we're going to do tonight when our resident and when the people from Miami-Dade County. My proposal is to try to go up to $250,000 for that budget, for that event. And if it's possible, yes, I think it's good to go out for a bid, Mr. May. And to be together, that celebration with the 100 years anniversary for the city of Opa-locka. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm not going to support the item as is. I have a number of reasons. When we're doing something on this scale, in the history of the Arabian Nights, and I think I can safely speak, I'm the only one been on this dais long enough to be a part of it. It is a signature event. Folks are looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Well, we got to make sure if we're going to bring this back, we bring it back in a grand, powerful way. And I don't even believe that $150,000 is enough to do what we need to do to capture all of the diversity within our community. I will say that I would support going out for a RFQ. If we don't want to do RFP, just to see, we can entail what we would expect. That would include the scope of services that Commissioner Bass is referencing. And it'll also give us the time as a commission to see what we want to have for Arabian Nights, because we know times have changed, things have changed, but that concept and that memory of our history is still there. I would also not be supportive of trying to even have anything this year, because we're halfway really through the year. The budget is almost over. And so if we're going to do something, we ought to do it next year, do it big, go out for RFQ, RFP, after we decide what that scope, what those qualifications should be, what we want to have as a commission, because I want to see 3 days. I don't want to see one day. I want to see 3 days. I don't want to see one day. I want to see it encompass all segments and diversity of our communities. And I don't think we can do that even by authorizing our current vendor. Nothing against them personally, but I think it needs to go out, see what the market will bear. They could, of course, put in for it as well if the commission decides to go RFP or RFQ. But I would not support it as outlined because right now we're writing $150,000, in my opinion, check without a real scope of services of what we're going to get for $150. And I know I am not weighed in to hear or to see or to be asked what I'd like to see. And to be asked that after the fact would not be fair to any of us. So I would respectfully suggest that we not move forward with this and to give it the due diligence, sunshine if we have to, for those who maybe want to be a part specifically or workshop it to make sure we come up with the scope of qualifications and what we would expect, put it out, see what the market bears, and come back in. $150,000, as you said, rolled over from last year can be rolled over. You can use a portion of that funds to put it out for the RFQ or RFP. I'm going to ask the manager, Mr. Mayor, if you would allow. In her opinion, I'm more of the RFQ because we don't have a scope. But RFP, RFQ, either one. What's the time frame on getting that done when the commission would authorize it?
It would be out for 21 days.
But out for 21 days and then come back.
Yes.
But that's based on having the scope of whatever we would want as a commission.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna say again, I don't know about anyone else, but I'd like to kind of weigh in on that. And I love the Arabian Nights. I look forward to it. The activities right here in this chamber and this whole area blocked off, I can still envision it, but I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure it's done correctly and involves every facet and every segment of community. So for that reason, I will not support it as is. I support Arabian Nights Festival. And it can be next year. I think we could do it next year as a part of the Centennial weekend or whatever. But I don't want to do $150,000 to the contractor, even though they're providing services now. I think this is a totally separate item that should be dealt with in such a different way, because I think we're going to still need more than $150,000 to really do what we need to do to make it successful and big and exciting as we'd all like to see it be. So that's my suggestion. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Santiago.
thank you. To the manager. I know that we have a date time for passing the new and to approve the new budget for the next year. And the question is, that item is supposed to be in that year.
The $150,000
Yeah,
is in
The
this
$150,
current budget.
whatever amount that we decide, to keep it up there, to have some money for sure in the budget.
It's in this current budget, and if it's a desire of the commission, it can be rolled over into the next budget.
To use in the next year.
Yes.
Okay, and like that, we guarantee the city to have that money for that event. Because that event has to come. The Arabian Night next year, together with the 100 years anniversary for the city. My suggestion tonight is that we try to do some modification here in this item, Mr. Mayor. And like I say, maybe try to make it another amount, okay, to have it up there in case of the mayor's we use it or not. And try to go out to see who do the best event for us by the next year. But what I believe is we supposed to have something by the next budget year that is coming, and we have, I don't know, the deadline for that, to including that amount in the budget, Madam Manager.
we haven't started, well, we have started internally with directors, but it will be presented to the commission. We'll have workshops. Commission can give us directives of what you want to see in the budget.
Okay, well, I'm gonna support the item when the amendment if the mayor is possible to make. Let's celebrating the event, with the budget that we try to get, at least for starting like for 4 days straight, the whole weekend. Yeah, I know that costs a lot of money, but we're gonna try to go in out there. And I believe $150,000 is not gonna be enough for that kind of event. And I suggested to go out to $250,000 and keep it up there for next year.
Okay, so hearing the sentiments of my colleagues, Madam Attorney, I'm gonna withdraw the item. I'm gonna withdraw the item. I'm gonna withdraw the item. And then we'll bring back something based on what has been said on tonight, because I heard increase, 4 days, RFP or RFQ, and scope of services. So I'll withdraw, we'll rework, and we'll bring it back based on what everybody has said. All right, so we're moving on to our ordinances 16B1.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, adopting and enacting a new code for the City of Opa-locka, Florida, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, providing for a penalty for the violation thereof, providing for the manner of amending such code, and providing when such code and this ordinance shall become effective. The first reading and public hearing was held on April 23rd, 2025. In response by the city clerk.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it for both.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk, go ahead and present this to the public hearing item.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So just to give a little history of this item, several years ago, the city contracted Civic Plus, formerly Unicode, to do a comprehensive review of the City of Opa-locka code and also provide recommendations in terms of sections that were antiquated or outdated, and also to make sure that the code and the code sections for the city were consistent with local and state laws. At this time, that project is complete and we are ready to move forward. And as a requirement, the city commission has to adopt this ordinance.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. This is public hearing. Public hearing is closed. All right, do we have any questions for the our clerk at this time? All right, hearing none, Madam Clerk, go ahead and call the question.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to the next item, 16B2. Madam Manager, can they turn, I think if you turn the mic down, it won't have so much feedback. It is this mic, just turn it down. Turn it down. All right, 16B2.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending chapter 2, article 2, section 2-28 of the city's code of ordinances entitled date time for regular meetings to amend the start time for regular city commission meetings to 6 p.m. rather than 7 p.m. Providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repeal, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. The first reading and public hearing was held on April 23rd, 2025. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Santiago. Oh, I thought you was on a public presentation. I was like, we didn't open a public hearing.
He turned the mic.
Thank you. So, this item is simply put just to change the commission start time from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. We've noticed a decrease in residential participation, and it seems like the only time we get a lot of residents is when something is happening. I was gonna say something bad is happening, but tonight something good is happening, so we have a full house. So it allows us to get in and do business earlier and get out. And I know Commissioner Irvin said that if we go in early, we don't need to stay in longer. So it doesn't do that. It's just for us to get in and get out. And we're taking into consideration our residents, both our residents and our staff. And I know it was brought up that we don't want to stop residents from coming to the meetings, but here in the city of Opa-locka, our residents have 3 opportunities to participate under Citizens Forum, via in person, via electronically, virtually, or through letter form through the clerk. So it does not stop any of our residents from participating. The only difference is instead of participating at 7, we'll be participating at 6 if this too should pass on tonight. So this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Hearing none, seeing none, public hearing is closed. And I entertain any questions, comments, or concerns at this moment.
Mr. Mayor.
I will, for right now, I will support it, but I would have to take a bird's eye view in the future because like today, we have a 6 o'clock event. We have meetings before the meetings. And I don't know what you guys' work schedule, but I know mine. So I'll support it for tonight. But if it doesn't work, I will bring it back, so let you know in advance.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Santiago.
thank you. I had the same concern for my colleague. Looking the sample today that we have an event, many people they don't even know it's gonna start at 6. But we started. And the situation that we had, the people who come to the meeting is not me the time or what you say before. Yes, when we have some kind of special events and all that, okay, we inviting people and the people that we invited, that's the people that come. But many people right now for the community, they don't even know that event today is on. I'm surprised that my city attorney told me, thank you, Commissioner Santiago, because you reminded me. You let me know that today we have this celebration. And this is one of the situations that we have. If they don't come in at 6, because everybody, they have work to do, they coming out probably at 5:30 or 6 o'clock from the job. How can we expect them that they coming straight down from job to any commissioner or any workshops that we're gonna do at 4 o'clock or at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? I really like to support that. Probably let's make it soon started by the future. But for now, what we have to try to do is to call the attention for the residents, or especially the resident of Opa-locka, to know what's going on, what really going on in the city, like that they can come to the meeting and be with us. I like to say to you about the time, because it's probably better for all the employment. They go early home, but this is not concerned about any employment or us. Okay, my colleagues. I think 7 o'clock is the right time for now, Mr. Mayor, and we can be talking, in the future. Let's see if we can have better communication with the resident. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Irvin.
thank you. I think in life, we all make time for what's important to us. So the meeting starts at 6, i.e. Meet Me Monday starts at 6, and at 6 o'clock, people are there. So if it's important for you to come to commission meeting, you're gonna come. Simple. I worry about the staff because we work our staff. We do. And sometimes our commission meetings can go on for a long time. So I think that we should, as Commissioner Bass said, give it a try. And if it doesn't work, we can always revisit it. But we all make time for what's important to us. So I think we should do it. Give it a shot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Vice Mayor Kelly?
I think I stated all my concerns at the last meeting and they're recorded and they haven't changed. I'm willing to see, not so much because of the events, but I'm more concerned about when we do have things that we need to do prior because we just all can't get on the same, or our schedules are different. But we know we're going to be here the second and fourth Wednesday. And a lot of times, and I said before, shade meetings, things like that. The manager need to have a quick workshop before the meeting because we're all going to be there. It's kind of set. I would encourage, since you sponsor, Mr. Mayor, I won't ask for it in legislative form. Since it's been kind of suggested to give it a try and see, because my first thought was to actually, ask for an amendment to your ordinance to come back in 6 months for a review anyway, just to see how it is working out. As I indicated, people do what they want to do when they want to do. I got that, but I'm also concerned about things that we do, that we've learned to do and adapt to do at 6 p.m. because we are all going to be here at a meeting at 7. And those to me are very important. I think all of us are concerned about staff having to work and be here. But as I said before, most of the staff that are here are not punching a clock. They kind of have the flexibility of hours. So that's not much concern for me. But to the attorney and to the sponsor, if you'd be amenable to a review after 6 months so we can just see how it is going, if that's doable, Madam Attorney, allowed and as a part of the ordinance to the sponsor to just come back in 6 months for review. If it's working out, then I have no problem, but I want to just see how it will work out. Hopefully it will. But I want to be able to have that caveat there to be able to support it if possible.
Through the mayor,
Madam Attorney?
there is, no way to really put that, the 6-month caveat in the code of ordinances. So once you change it, it will be changed, and obviously, if you all want to come back, that's the general consensus, somebody will bring it back. But, in terms of the code of ordinance itself, it would be 6 p.m. That's what the change would be.
But any one of us, I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner.
So you're saying we couldn't put it in there because we're putting in the codifying it, but any one of us could bring it back. It would have to be the
Yeah.
sponsor.
Any one of you could bring it.
Okay. All right. Well, hearing that, I'll support it. We'll see how it works. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No problem. The only other thing I would like to change, Madam Attorney, is I want to do an educational period, maybe finish out this month at 7 o'clock to advertise the Commissioner Santiago's point, to let the residents know that there is a change, and then we go into effect in July.
That'd be an amendment.
That would be an amendment to if you all are okay with, so that finishes the month at 7 o'clock, if it so passes, and then we go into in July with the new time. I'm sorry. Thank you. June. I'm already in the summertime. I'm ready to go on vacation mode. Vacation mode. So that's the and then it is an item. We don't have to do an amendment because it's my item. We need to amend.
Yes, because it's already.
Even though, okay, so then then I'll make that motion for that amendment to add a educational period and for it to go into effect in June. Can I get a second on that motion?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Urban. Yes. Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0 on the amendment.
All right, and now we can go ahead and call the question, Madam Clerk.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
To try? Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Urban. Yes. Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, so we're moving on to our reports. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the city manager's report.
I did submit a written report to the city commission, and I will entertain any questions or concerns that you may have at this time.
All right, any questions or concerns to the city manager at this time? No, hearing none. All right. All right, so moving on to our official board reports. Do we have any official board reports? We have none. Moving on to our commission reports, we'll go ahead and start left to right. Go ahead, Commissioner Bass. You have a report? No report? Okay, Commissioner Santiago, do you have a report?
Well, the only report that for the chance. Well, in my report, I want to say thank you to Commissioner Bass for the event that we always have the first Saturday of the month. The jazz and dominoes. That's what we're changing now for dominoes and chess. I can't be there, the last time, but I know you're there, and they say that we have a very good amount of people going there to play, and we're gonna continue to to celebrating every first Saturday of the month. Chess and domino in Shavanti Park. That we're gonna do it in Shavanti Park all the time, or we can change it to other city. Okay, that's a discussion, okay? All right, not a problem. It's ending my report because I want to celebrate it out the other
Are you
side.
hungry too?
Yes.
Me too. Vice Mayor Kelly?
Okay, well, let me slow things up a little bit then. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank my co-hosts, Commissioner Bass, Commissioner Santiago, along with the mayor, Commissioner Irvin, for our National Day of Prayer observance. Very moving, both events. I know I had to lead the second one, but I was told it worked out very well. We had a lot of pastors and churches and community folks out, so I want to thank them for that. I want to thank Commissioner Irvin and my colleagues for standing in last week for our farm share distribution. I was away. My son graduated from Bethune-Cookman, and he's here tonight, so let me just summa cum laude, let me just throw that in for free. And so I want to thank her for filling in. We held our monthly Meet Me Monday this past Monday with city departments presenting, and Madam Manager, I want to thank you for allowing departments to attend, and our police chief as well, and Sergeant Harbour for his report. I also want to say that we're preparing for our DMV outreach this Friday at Helen Miller, but all of the slots are filled. And I want to say this publicly because sometimes folks are calling the clerk's office, and we post it. If you see it posted and it goes out, you have to call and fill those slots, because once it goes out, it's out all over the county. It's not limited to just Opa-locka. But we try to bring that outreach to the city for our residents, but we know if you read that there's a lot of folks trying to get license change and different things, so those slots fill up very fast. And once they're filled, they are filled, but we'll be doing that again this Friday over at Helen Miller. But the slot appointments are already filled. We're working on several upcoming initiatives, including next Thursday, our fishing outing up to Pahokee and South Bay. We do have a few slots still open, so if you're interested in going fishing with us, we provide the bait and we provide the lunch. We do not guarantee you will catch a fish, but you can go, Commissioner Santiago. We don't guarantee you'll catch a fish, but please call to sign up. There are some slots that are still available. I'm working along with Commissioner Irvin on our Juneteenth observance. We're also planning to celebrate and recognize Haitian Heritage Month on May 28th at 5:45 at our City Hall complex, honoring our diversity of communityhood and brotherhood and sisterhood with bright opportunities for our Haitian American community. So join us before our commission meeting next time for that event. And also we're working on our June Resource Fair over at Siegel Park. We return it to a fair when we do it, because it's not just the feeding. We have also other agencies providing resources and services. So be on the lookout for that at Siegel Park. We're working on a CERT class, Community Emergency Response Team, that we're putting together for July for residents and staff. The manager's already indicated she has some staff to attend. So you'll see that flyer coming out, and to my colleagues as well. And really what it simply is residents and staff being able to assist first responders during natural disasters and of course hurricanes. So if you're interested, please sign up for that as well. We're going to try to have a class of at least 25 to 30 individuals. We're also working on something that's very critical right now, unfortunately, happening in South Florida, many times to seniors, but really to everyone, a fraud and schemes workshop to bring in the state of Florida consumer services. Thank you. Division to come in and talk to residents about the challenges and need to be on the web for frauds and schemes that come up, mailers, phone calls, etc. So we're working on that. And it's not just for seniors, but it's really for anyone. So please be on the lookout for that as well. Again, I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor, for having the meeting here tonight. Just sitting here is bringing back all kind of memories, because when I became mayor back in 2004, was right here in this chamber that I took the oath of office as mayor. So I'm grateful to see. I'm saddened that they took the back room and the back there. We could just sneak out. You have to go get some history pictures to see that. But I'm glad to be here, and thank you for that. And so after Commissioner Irvin gives her report, I guess we'll be ready to party, because the mayor ain't gonna have nothing to say because he's ready to party. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead, Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you. I would like to say, the Mother's Day picnic was a success. I would like to say thank you to everybody that helped me make it possible, especially my husband. And the men that, helped serve, thank you all so much. And I have to ask our female employees that the Father's Day picnic is going to be June 12th. So I'm going to be needing you guys to come and serve the guys like they did you guys, if possible. Thank you. Madam Manager, thank you for helping make sure that the men came out. They forgot, I think. We had to do an all call, so.
All call. All call.
They showed up and they actually showed up. Thank you so much for that. We haven't mentioned, anybody haven't mentioned our celebrations for the weekend. But
Go ahead, do it all. I wrote it down.
I was leaving that for the mayor.
I was gonna do it. Go ahead, do it.
Bingo folk, bingo is Hawaiian theme. It took a lot for me not to order them coconut, you know what, but I didn't. I go, yeah, so we're dressed in Hawaiian.
I'm gonna order them for you.
We're dressed in Hawaiian. Lots of fun. And of course, all of our events are listed on our website. I double check. And so that we're planning to really celebrate 99 years, because a lot of us have not seen anything for 99 years. So we should have lots of fun over the weekend. Well, I plan to. Lots of fun over the weekend. So join me in having fun. I'm gonna let you have it.
Commissioner Irving,
Yes.
can I go to the bingo when my apple, my pineapple babies?
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, you, oh.
Say come back.
You say Hawaii, no?
That's not what we meant. That's not what we meant. All right, so bring it on home. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. I just want to say thank you to the commission. We a couple Saturdays ago, we had Tri-Road Day in the city of Opa-locka, where the director of Tri-Road actually came and toured our Tri-Road station, and they didn't know what the Tri-Road station actually looked like. So it was a great thing for them to see them tracks and now that the debris on the side. So look out for the cleanup and the enhancements on the Tri-Road system. Shout out to everybody that participated on that. Also, we know that May is Small Business Month. So we're asking everybody to shop local, shop Opa-locka this month. Let's invest in our community and patronize the vendors and the businesses that are around us. We're gonna be having a free vaccines and physicals for those parents in need that are looking for that don't have insurance. That's the only qualification. You cannot have insurance. You can reach out to Ms. M and she will put you on the list, and that is July 19th. So those children that need vaccines and physicals, we found last year Oh, Commissioner Bass was with me. We found out last year there were a lot of children in need in Opa-locka for that. And a lot of kids were turned away from school as a result of that. So we want to make sure that this year that we're opening up. So we partnered with one of the local clinics to do free vaccines and free physicals for those children in need. Also, we're starting a new initiative in the summertime called City Hall on Wheels. And that's when we're taking City Hall into the neighborhoods. What we found out while canvassing that a lot of our residents don't know what's in City Hall and what resources we have to offer. So our public facing departments, we're taking it to the neighborhood. So now, Commissioner Santiago, there's no excuse to the residents. So we'll let you know the spots that we're in and let your residents, we'll be knocking on the door, telling them what resources that we have. Also, Vice Mayor already said it, but I want to say shout out to Isaiah for graduating. Shout out to Isaiah for graduating. There's always, and the one thing I can say about Isaiah, it's always good to see where students go to college and come back and invest in this community. I'm not just saying that because his daddy's up here, and I don't think that's why he's up here, that's why he's here, but the fact that he actually went away and came back, you don't see that often. A lot of kids, they go get their education and take those smarts and those talents to other communities. But we congratulate you for that, for your graduation, and for you to come back and invest into the city of Opa-locka. So shout out to that. Commissioner Bass wants me to announce that she's having a basketball tournament on June 14th. So those of you that want to be a part of it, reach out to her. And I thought Commissioner Irvin was going to announce this, but we're going to just go ahead and do it. This Friday is our bingo Friday, May 16th at 6 p.m. Today was the kickoff for our weekend long celebration. So that's Friday night. Saturday night, we're having our fun day in the park right here at Shabundi Village. That starts at 12. So bring your friends, tell everybody, everyone is invited. And then on Sunday, we're closing it out here again at Shabundi Park with our gospel in the park, and that starts at 3. All of the events are free to the residents. So bring your neighbor, tell your friends, tell everybody that Opa-locka is having a party all weekend, and we want y'all to party with us. Happy 99th birthday to the city of Opa-locka, and thank you to our residents. So as we move on, because Bass is giving me that look, and so is Commissioner Irvin, because they both hungry. We have no more reports, and we know that we are skipping 20, right? Because we're not doing the board appointments, right? Perfect. Commissioner Santiago said he wants us to stay in here for another 30 minutes.
No.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
All right, before we adjourn, we're gonna ask Commissioner Bass to go ahead and bless our food and do a prayer over the city, and then we can go ahead and eat. And then we'll move motion to adjourn.
We just want to thank you, Lord God, for everyone who's here tonight. Father, we just want to say thank you, Lord God, for breathing life, new life into our city, Father God, as we celebrate our 99th year. Father God, we pray that we go forth, oh God, victorious, putting you first always. Father, we ask you to bless our food, that nourish our bodies.
Amen. This meeting is adjourned. We'll see you over in our reception hall for our party.
Dear Taylor, so I need a motion.
Oh,
Second.
can I?
Second.
Motion. I thought they did.